What's up, everybody? How are we doing? East Coast is rainy and disgusting. It's wonderful. How's everybody else? It's like sinus cold season. Everybody's like afraid of dying from the coronavirus. It's wonderful. How are we? So today I want to give a quick update on my Mercari experience and also talk about my opinion, since it was about the Nintendo Switch, between the Switch Lite and the big guy, the full meal deal, so to speak. Thank you, Tati. So my boyfriend also has the extra controller. Like, he has a little handheld one. He has a second set of the Joy-Cons. He has the docking system, and it's been like at his parents' house, and neither of us have been using it because his kids go over there. So right, it's in their like basement and their like play area. And we finally like brought it home, and I still haven't used it. I really could care less about it. To me, like, I'm an OG Pokemon player, so I'd say if like you're an OG Pokemon player and like aside from, oh god, what was it, like Pokemon Snap on like the original, not the original, the 64, I think. That was the only time I ever played Pokemon on TV, and it just never bothered me. Like, I like sitting like up with my little game, and like that's almost why I like this better, because it's more of like that small like Game Boy feel. Like, this brings me back to like Game Boy Color. Like, and do you remember, you motherfuckers putting this shit in dark mode, do you remember when the backlight came out and how excited we all were because now we could play our game in the car in the dark on our way home from God knows where and somehow not get car sick? So this is giving me more nostalgia. Like, I have been playing emulators of like Fire Red before I decided like I was gonna go out and make this purchase, or like start messing around with my boyfriends before I decided. And I went through that whole thing buying that big one because I just didn't see like the money worth it for all this stuff, because I wasn't the type to want to hook it up or anything. And since he already had the extra controllers, if I just got that console, I would have been fine. So right, anyway, so here's the update on that. This guy is actually going to allow me to return it, even though he said that it wouldn't allow it. He claims that they can't change their descriptions. I don't know if that's true. Like, Mercari is like half impossible to contact. I'm not the type to sit and wait for a fucking email response. Like, he said there's a live chat. I couldn't find it. You click on like contact us, it gives you like descriptions of like what to do and like no link, so it doesn't like provide an email or a phone number anywhere on the app. So maybe if you use it on a desktop, it's a little bit more user friendly. As for the app, I've been entirely confused. That's why I rated him, not realizing that confirmed everything and like all this shit. Like, it should tell you that at checkout. Like, come on, like, it's 2020. We know people just click through shit. Like, they go and do it. Like, it should say there, do not release rating if there is still an issue. Like, it should be more clear. And the app like clearly confused me. That I guess I ordered something by mistake, whatever. This guy is just so upset about his 1-star review that he's willing to give me a return, and he's like, please just give me a 5-star. And I'm like, if you'll take it back, of course. So I guess my complaint now at this point isn't with the sellers, or with this seller in particular, but rather like, I really don't think it's a user-friendly app. Really don't find that whole experience to make me feel like going back to that. Like, I just kind of want to stick with my Amazon. I've always been leery about eBay for the same reason. At least if you go through Craigslist, if you meet somebody somewhere that isn't sketchy, like I got my cat off fucking Craigslist. Danny, where are you? She doesn't love me. Yeah, anyway, but like, don't think I'll go on Mercari again. I mean, I got lucky with the conspiracy palette. I mean, I really don't see how that could go wrong unless you get like a counterfeit, but like, I don't know. I feel like that would have happened before the launch, not after. But that's just me. And yeah, so I don't need this whole big guy. The only issue is if, say, you have really bad eyesight or you really like a big ass screen like I do with my phones, it is a little bit smaller screen, clearly. So these buttons are also a lot louder. I don't know if we can hear that. Wait, here. Right? Not as, like, a little bit quieter. That's definitely quieter. I don't know. To me, like, it's got a different texture to, like, a nice, like, soft touch grippy-esque. I like that. I like the way this feels. I like it for my small hands. I added the pop socket per my boyfriend's recommendation, which I 10 out of 10 recommend doing because I think that's amazing. I can carry this thing like a phone now. This, I'd probably want to put 2 on just because it is a lot weightier. I don't know what the spec difference is, but like way weightier than this little guy. So yeah, as for my decision to go with that one, I mean, that takes away the issue that this one doesn't have a kickstand. If for some reason you care about that, why would you really need a kickstand? I mean, sometimes it's nice when I'm going through the video screens on Pokemon, you know, when you start over, it'll just play out sitting there then instead of, and you can maybe like hit the button, but you're not like playing, so like then it's kind of nice. I was doing that like while doing laundry, but like if you do care about that still, which you don't necessarily need to because that's really made to have these removed and be sitting there maybe playing with somebody else or just playing with your little thing, I wouldn't say that I would miss it that much because, you know, your little $5-10 guy replaces that. So that's my recommendation there as for that feature. This does not project onto a TV. So if you care about that, like I said, like, I don't. Nick says that he likes playing him, you know, going through the wild area. It's cool. I haven't even seen him do that, though. Like, never seen him hook it up. Other games, yeah. But for me, like, having a second console just so I can sit and trade and play a battle or whatever with him, like, there's no reason not to go with this. Like, you definitely never would need 2 of these in a household as long as, like, whoever has it, like, is willing to be a good human and share. Like, you don't need 2 of these. For each other, no. Also, here is the whole situation on how the account transfer works, because I was worried about that. I did do something kind of shisty, and it kind of worked. I got the online version of the game versus getting the actual hard thing, because I'm thinking, I'll just download it on both of them, and then we can both be playing it at the same time. Kind of. So, if he opens it on here, he has a different save file, but it's still under my username because it doesn't go backwards. So once I added myself back on here, I didn't have anything open on here yet, so it was empty. He just opens a new game on here. I open a new game on here. They don't speak to each other unless I tell them to. So like the whole transfer username thing, like the only thing that does is now on this one, it gives me a time limit on playing the game until it says that I need to connect to Wi-Fi again because I need to like re-verify that I'm the only user using the game. So, or whatever. So we can't sit and play them at the same time. If you disconnected one from Wi-Fi, then I guess you just have a time limit. We didn't experiment with that. I only realized that because I had it away from home. So that is a little inconvenient, and I don't know if that'll happen on this one too. I would assume it would then with the online content, which is kind of a discouraging thing for buying in a game online. As for that, like now I kind of wish I got the hard copy. I don't think I'll do that again. I think I want to keep getting the physical games because it doesn't give you the loophole. So it doesn't like allow you to play it. And if it does, it limits it, which I guess isn't a big deal because then you just click in and out if you're sitting at home together. I don't know. I don't know if that matters. So like I said, you can do it. It's kind of made to catch you. Whatever. Anyway, so all in all, even if I didn't own any of them at all, I think I would still have been happy with this purchase over this just because I mostly will be playing Pokemon. So if you're buying this to be a Pokemon nerd, just like I was with the DS, which actually I lied, I played Nintendogs. Definitely better. For like price wise, you just want to play Pokemon. They've created a version that's Pokemon themed. They have the Pikachu one. It's really cute. You can find online for like not that bad. Like I've seen them for like $300. So I would recommend that too. Don't recommend buying it on Mercari. Girl, go to your GameStop. I went to my GameStop. They didn't have any use, so there's that. You might want to order it online, ship to store if you want like somewhat of immediate gratification, or just ship it to home. But if you ship to store, it's free. So that's my thoughts on that. Hope you guys appreciated this review. To the dude who sold me that broken Switch, I'm sorry for that whole fucking debacle. Glad that we could resolve that in a good way. So yeah, peace. Thanks for listening.